welcome. Videos and handouts are not online courses, people. In this video, we're going to talk about what makes multidimensional learning so different than traditional online courses. So if you're looking for something that can help you amplify your course, then you are in the right place. Hello, my name's Erica Clark-Alejo, and we help people transform their online educational content into multidimensional learning experiences that can help you impact clients on a deeper level while you scale your business and allow you to stop sacrificing time. So we're going to talk about what multidimensional learning is, and then we're going to talk about the problems with online course creation and why videos and handouts are not working. So what makes a multidimensional learning experience? It consists of four things. They have to be engaging. It has to draw someone in. They have to want to learn. This deals with the structure and the content and the layout. It has to be transformative, right? We want results for our clients and not just building for building, but building for results, long-term results for our clients. It has to be interactive. So this is about clients being able to immerse themselves and be able to play inside of your program. This is not about just like all fluff. It's about real-time learning in a way that meets the needs of diverse audiences. And then it's also about being multisensory. So not just sitting there watching a video, which we're going to talk about, not just getting a handout, which we're going to talk about, but it's also about being able to meet the needs of diverse learners, being able to meet the needs of individuals with disabilities, and just being able to meet the needs of the way that people want to engage with your content. So that's a quick fix. If you want to learn more, you can pop over to this other video and learn more. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about what's wrong with traditional online courses and why videos and handouts are not an online course. So first, what we find is the myth is attention spans are really short. And I say yes and yes and no. So first of all, attention spans are short when people are not interested in content. So if you have an online course that has all of this video work in it and people are just not interested in it, or it takes them a lot to go through it, they're not going to want to watch it. But yet they can turn around and sit down and go watch Netflix and binge it and watch the whole entire Netflix series and spend hours and hours watching video. So this is where we say that traditional online courses of not having an engaging, remember multisensory, you have to have it has to be engaging, is going to hold people in there where they actually want to be able to complete your program. Number two, traditional online classes typically are confusing. So this is no fault of their own. People are excited to share their content and share their knowledge, but they're not instructors. They're not teachers. They haven't been trained in adult education in a way that's going to help them be able to really maximize the power and the knowledge that they have, because they're just like trying to share it all inside of a video, and their students are having to work really hard to figure out each individual part and what it means and how to apply it and how to apply it in their specific situation. Because, you know, learners come from all over the world, and that's the beauty of online education. So when we take in those things, right, and we look at it, we say it's not enough to just give them all of this information. Number three, you can't fire hose it, right? No fire hosing information at people. So this means that getting on the video and just spewing everything you know about everything around this topic, because learners don't know. That's why they're taking your program. So let's say maybe you have a program on mindset, right? You do coaching, and this whole program is in like how to develop a better, more positive, happy mindset. And you're just giving them all of these tools and all of these tools. Well, the learner, they can't pick it, right? They can't pick through that information. And sometimes we think that more is better, right? Let me deliver this information in 500 different ways, and they're going to find the one way that sticks with them, and they're going to pick it, and they're going to like it, and they're going to run with it. But that's not how it works. I was recently talking with a client, and I said that it's like the ice cream shop. When you go in and they have, 29, 31, 42 flavors, and you go in to make a decision, it can be really hard because now there's too many choices. So oftentimes when we fire hose information, it's like giving them the buffet of ice cream. It's too much. I've been in a lot of ice cream shops that I actually walk out of and buy nothing because I'm too overwhelmed at all of the decisions that are made. I know I'm probably pretty rare when it comes to ice cream, but just saying, it's the same logic as in your online course, not sharing too much information with people, sharing exactly what they need for their transformation and trusting in the process that you have set up to be able to deliver it. So if you're like, Erica, I don't know my process to be able to set up, like that's a whole other video and we can talk about that. But you do have a process. You have a process for how you deliver your results to clients, and you want to give that to them even in an online course without giving them too big of a buffet where they get confused and lost and just say goodbye. The other thing is it's not fun. So if I ask you, I wish I could do a poll on here right now, is how many of you have taken an online course? And I bet, let me say, probably all of you have taken an online course. And how many of you have gotten the online course and started it and been like, oh my gosh, this is so boring, right? This reminds me of a college lecture, but you're so excited to get the information, but yet the content is just really not exciting. So that's what we talk about when we talk about traditional online courses. Throwing together a video and throwing together a handout is not enough, right? It's not enough. You want robust education that's engaging, that's very specific for the learner, that's not confusing, that's easy for them to take in, digest, apply, and move about. And you want information that holds their attention and is fun and engaging for them. So when we look at multidimensional learning, as I talked about at the beginning, so we talk about it needs to be engaging, it needs to be transformative, it needs to be interactive, and it needs to be multisensory. So when you're looking at building out your content, what I want to suggest to you is looking at what is it your learner needs to know, how is it best going to be delivered to that person, and how can you think outside the box and add in interactive elements that are not just a video, not just a handout. Part of the other problem with videos and handouts is that not everyone learns that way. Not everybody learns by sitting at their computer and looking at this long video. So you have to figure out other ways to be able to engage them and still create this amazing, wonderful experience for them. So some of the other things that you can do to make it better, there's a lot of online programs like online whiteboard programs, word clouds. There's all kinds of interactive elements that you can bring in. But think about this, that give your learners the tools that they need, and you don't have to throw every fun, sparkly thing at them, and you don't have to fire hose them with information on a video for them to be able to learn. So if you want a more immersive and interactive experience for your learners, check the like button, hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified when I upload a new video, and we'll dive more into these topics. You can check them out on our channel. And if you're ready to take the next step and transform your online course into a multidimensional learning experience, book a call now.